Hello and welcome back to Trash Plays Marvel Champions. Today we are playing Hulkling aka Teddy Altman versus Captain America. So Captain America, I have shuffled in all of the modular encounter sets that came on his side of the thing. I figure I might as well go through all of the, not villains, but leaders, enemy leaders, with their default things before I try doing stuff either intentionally mixed or randomly mixed. So let's give this a shot. We are still doing normal mode, gathering support. When revealed, the enemy team searches the encounter deck for a minion and deal it to each player on your team as a face-down encounter card. So I have searched for Namor. Namor is a 1/1/6 Atlantis Elite, Stalwart, Toughness, and Villainous, and when they were revealed, they activate against you, which seems like a terrible minion to search for, but it does say that the enemy team searches for them, so I'm supposed to find the worst one. Captain America's side scheme is Fearless Determination. When defeated, add Captain America's shield or attach Captain America's shield to Captain America. He activates against the player who defeated this scheme, so I'm going to be activated against a lot. And it has an Amplify icon. As for Captain America, on standard, he is a 1/2 with 14 HP. Set up, the enemy team finds Captain America's shield and attaches it to Captain America. I find it strange that they say the enemy team because who cares who does it. But also, force response after Captain America's shield is attached to Captain America. Give him a tough status card, so he has a tough status card. Captain America's shield is permanent, attached to Captain America. Attached character gains Retaliate 1 and attacks against them lose piercing. So if I want to actually damage him, I can't just attack him with a pierce while he has a tough, and he will get a tough every time he gets his shield. Force response after a hero or Captain America leader uses their attack to attack and damage the attached character. Attach Captain America's shield to the attacker. So if I were to attack using my attack stat and damage him, I get to steal his shield, and if he attacks me and damages me, he gets to take his shield back and then get a tough, which is going to be annoying. So now that all that preamble is out of the way, let us begin. So Teddy Altman, I did not realize this when I was unboxing him, only has a hand size of 5. In Alter Ego mode, but he basically has a hand size of 6 thanks to his ability, Shapeshift or Shape Changer action. Search your deck and discard power for a Shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's search for, yeah, okay, I don't have my armored shape and I really want my armored shape. Do I want my armored shape? I really want to get rid of that Fearless Determination. Yeah, unfortunately, Hulkling only has 1 thwart on his hero side without any upgrades, and Fearless Determination needs 3 to get rid of it. No, I think I can still do this. Okay, so I don't really want to. Okay, yeah. Let's search for a Shapeshift upgrade. I'm going to find Winged Shape instead of Armored Shape. Not really how I wanted to start, but that's okay. And then I'm going to flip over to Hero side. And as a hero, I am going to use Hulkling to thwart 1 from Fearless Determination, and then I'm going to use Wakan and Patriot to pay for Winged Shape. Now, Hulkling on the hero side has Chosen Shape. Force response after a Shapeshift upgrade enters play under your control. Discard each other Shapeshift upgrade you control and ready Hulkling. So I'm going to ready Hulkling from playing Wing Shape. And then as Hulkling, I'm now going to thwart 2 from Fearless Determination because I now have +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense, and the aerial trait. So that's going to completely thwart Fearless Determination, which unfortunately does mean that Iron Man is now going, not Iron Man, Captain America is now going to attack me. He's attacking for 2 + 2, so that's 4 right off the bat. And then I will use 2 to pay for... Oh, do I want to do that? No, you know what? Let's stay with Wing Shape. I'm going to use Hulk Shape to pay for Evaluate Threat. Evaluate Threat is a player side scheme, and it comes into play with 2 per person threat. Victory 0. Play only if your identity has the Avenger or Shield trait. When defeated, each player may search their deck and discard power for an Avenger or Shield card and add it to their hand. Shuffle. Reduce the cost to play each of those cards by 2 until the end of the phase. So that's going to be really easy to thwart out, and then I can start building up my board. And now I will use Assess the Situation. This is a 0-cost event. Action, you get +1 hand size until the end of the phase, so I will draw up to 6 at the end of my turn. And because I just played an event, I can use my Wing Shape, Exhaust, Hero Response. After you play an event, Exhaust Wing Shape, remove 2 from a scheme. I'm going to remove 2 from the Evaluate Threat. And that's going to clear out the Evaluate Threat, and it has Victory 0 going into Victory Display. And now I get to search my deck for an Avenger card. Is it any card? Avenger or Shield card and add it to their hand. and it costs 2 less to play this turn. Now, that doesn't mean that I can play my Helicarrier, unfortunately, because I don't have a resource to play it with. But I can find my Jarvis. Jarvis is an Avenger card, cost 2, 2 cost support. I'm gonna pay him for 0 because of the evaluate threat, and he has a response after an Avenger hero changes into alter ego form. Exhaust Jarvis, choose that identity, gets +2 recovery until the end of the phase, or discard a status card from that identity. Now, when I was playing the pack that he came in, I believe that was Wonder Man. I think it was Wonder Man. I think I said that I don't like Jarvis and I think it's a bad card, but Hulkling specifically has cards that let him switch to alter ego mode, so I think he might be better with Hulkling. So, end of turn, draw back my hand of 6 this time because I played the assess the situation, everything on exhaust. And what do I have? Another assess the situation, armored shape, imitation shape, alien physiology, and I have no... Unfortunately, I have no defense event. So, gathering support gets 1. Captain America attacks for 2. I am going to block this. He's attacking for 2 plus star, boost, reveals this card, Super Soldier Serum, that gives him +2 attack. Attached to Captain America, Force Interrupt. When Captain America attacks, this attack gains overkill. At the end of this attack, discard this card. Now, unfortunately, this card was not out when Captain America made the attack, so I don't think this Force Interrupt activates, but he still gets the +2 attack, so I will take 2 damage. And then they get a face down card, and Namor is gonna reveal Stalwart, Toughness, and Villainous, and he attacks for 1 plus... Switching sides. Oh, this is 2 boost, so that's 3 more damage to me. I'm up to 9. This is not looking great. And then we reveal Atlantean Guard. It has guard, and when revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not... Well, I don't need to remove 2 from any scheme. I might just have to flip over and heal at this rate. So let's use imitation shape and assess the situation to pay for alien physiology. This is my resource generator. Exhaust alien physiology, generate a wild resource, 2 wild resources instead if you're playing for a Hulkling card. And then I'm going to use alien physiology to pay for armored shape, which is the shape that I wanted. And that's going to discard my wing shape, and that's going to ready Hulkling. Now I'm going to use my Shapeshifter event to search my deck and discard pile for a Shapeshifter upgrade, and I'm going to search for the imitation shape, sure, why not? More importantly, this is an event, so I get to exhaust my armored shape to heal myself for 2 whenever I play an event. And I'm going to use my imitation shape to pay for the Altman Residence. This has alter ego action, exhaust Altman Residence, heal 2 damage from Teddy Altman, and shuffle 1 Hulkling card from your discard pile into your deck. Now, unfortunately, I think I will flip over, and I will use Jarvis to give myself +2 recovery until the end of the phase. And I am going to alter ego action, use Teddy Altman, exhaust, or Altman Residence, heal 2 damage from Hulkling. I'm gonna shuffle my Shapeshifter event back into my deck. And then I'm going to exhaust Teddy Altman with Jarvis to heal myself for 6. So I'm back down to 0 damage, but my enemy board looks pretty bad. However, I am more built up now. Actually, while I'm here, as Teddy Altman, I'm going to search my discard, search your deck or discard pile. Okay, I'm going to search my discard pile for the... let's go winged shape again, just to have 2 resources in my next hand. So that's going to be the end of my turn, and I'm going to draw back up to 5. So drawing 1, 2, 3, 4. Got my armor defense, cut both ways, defensive conditioning, here we go, and assess the situation. So gathering support gets 1. Captain America schemes for 1 plus 2, that's 3. Namor is going to scheme for 1 plus 1, that's 7, and that completes gathering support. So gathering support goes away. And we reveal the Secret Avengers. The enemy leader gets +1 attack while attacking, +2 attack instead if the attack is undefended. When this stage is completed, I lose the game. That has to go up to 9. Now, Atlantis Guard is going to scheme for 1. They don't have Villainous, so they only get 1 on the main scheme. And then we reveal Captain America's helmet attached to Captain America. Captain America gains Stalwart. Hero response, after you make a basic attack against Captain America, spend 3 resources of the same type to discard this card. Don't really think that's worth it. Now I have to figure out how to clear this board. So Teddy Altman's ability I'm going to use to search for my imitation shape and add it to my hand. Imitation shape? Nah, should I just go with the Hulk shape? Let's just go with the Hulk shape. I'm going to use the... Do I have a flip in my hand? No, it doesn't matter either way. I'm going to use my Altman Residence, heal 2 from Teddy Altman, which I can't do. But I can shuffle a Hulkling card from my discard pile into my deck. I'm going to shuffle in my Shapeshifter Strike. Seems like a good card to draw right now. Flip back over to Hulkling, and I will use my Alien Physiology to change to... No, before that, I'm going to have Hulkling attack Namor to get rid of the Tough. So Hulkling is now exhausted, Tough goes away, they don't have Retaliate, and then I'm going to use my Alien Physiology to change the Hulk shape, which will ready Hulkling. Let's use Assess the Situation as an event. That gives me +1 hand size till the end of the phase. And because I played an event, I get to exhaust Hulk shape to deal 2 damage to an enemy. That's going to be 2 damage to Namor. Now that I have done that, I'm going to have Hulkling attack Namor for 3. So that's going to bring him up to 5. I'm going to use my Armored Defense and Cut Both Ways to pay for my Defensive Conditioning. This gives me +1 defense and 3 more HP, so that's going to make me a lot harder to kill. And I'm going to leave the Wing Shape in my hand, so that's going to be the end of my turn. Draw back up to 6 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do this all day, exactly what I wanted to see. Build support, cuts both ways, also what I wanted to see. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, main scheme's going to get 1. Captain America is going to attack, I am going to defend, and I'm going to use Cut Both Ways. When an enemy attacks, I can retaliate 1 until the end of the phase, and I'm going to use my Hulk shape, because I just played an event, to deal 2 damage to the Atlantean Guard. So Cut Both Ways now gives me Retaliate, and I'm going to use Yellow Jacket to pay for I can do this all day. Hero Interrupt Defense. When an enemy attacks, declare your hero as the defender without exhausting them. So now Hulkling is defending without exhausting. So Captain America is attacking for 2 plus star. Exhaust each character you control. Never mind, I am exhausted. Never mind. Okay, so I am exhausted and I just wasted 2 cards, but he's attacking for 2 and I have a defense of 1, 2, 3, so I take 0 damage. And I have Retaliate, so that gets rid of the Tough. And then Namor is going to attack, and unfortunately I cannot defend this, which I was planning on doing. So I'm just going to take this to the face. This is going to be 1 plus 3 damage. But I have Retaliate 1, so that's going to deal the 6 damage to Namor, killing Namor. Atlantean Guard is going to attack and deal me 2 damage. And once again I have Retaliate, killing Atlantean Guard. And then we reveal... Oh, Super Soldier Serum gives him +2 attack. I forgot about that. So I don't remember how much I took, but I'm going to just give myself 2 more damage. And we reveal Black Panther Teamwork. When defeated, give this card to the enemy leader as a face-down boost card. That's an interesting ability. When defeated, give this card to the enemy leader as a... So I kill him, and then it just becomes a boost. That sucks. Boost. Exhaust each upgrade you control. Oh, that's really bad. That's super bad for me. Because the Hulk shape and stuff is an upgrade. Okay. Well, I think this turn what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my wing shape to pay for build support. Build support comes into play with 3 counters on it. Victory 0. When defeated, each player may search their deck and discard power for a support with a cost of 3 or less and put it into play, which would be Helicarrier and the Avengers thing. Quinn Carrier, I think. And then I'm going to use my Alien Physiology to pay for Impersonation. Hero action thwart. Remove 4 threats from a scheme. This is a scheme, so that's going to thwart it. And it has Victory 0. This goes in a victory display. And if this removes the last threat from that scheme, I can change to alter ego form. So, first off, I am going to get my Quinn Carrier into play, probably. I can't get my Quinn Carrier into play. Is it deck or discard pile? Deck or discard pile. Yeah, I'm going to get my Quinn Carrier into play. This is a 3-cost support, so that is valid. And I'm going to have to shuffle my deck now because I looked through my deck. And because Impersonation removed the last threat from that scheme, I get to flip into alter ego mode, which I will do. And Jarvis does nothing for me. I will exhaust Jarvis to give myself +2 recovery. Why not? And more importantly, I will use the Altman Residence, exhaust exhaust the Altman Residence, heal 2 from Teddy Altman, and then shuffle a Hulkling card from my discard pile into my deck. I'm going to shuffle in my... let's go Winged Shape, and I'm going to use Teddy Altman to search my deck for Armored Shape and put it into my hand. And then, since I didn't flip over manually to Teddy Altman, I can flip over to Hulkling and end my turn. Wing Shape is being shuffled into my deck. Wait, why am I shuffling my graveyard? Alright, now that I've done that, I'm going to draw back my hand of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut both ways, excellent. Everything on exhaust, and now it is the enemy's turn. Secret Avengers gets +1. Captain America is attacking for... Oh, Super Soldier Serum. At the end of this attack, discard this card. So this card should actually have gone away at the end of Captain America's attack. So Captain America is attacking for 2 plus... that's a 3 boost. So, I am guarding. I didn't declare that, but I am guarding, and I'm using Cut Both Ways. When I use Cut Both Ways, I am going to exhaust Hulk Shape to deal 2 damage to Captain America. I think I'm okay with Black Panther being there. So, sorry, that was a 3 boost plus 2, so that's 5 attack versus my 1, 2, 3 defense. I take 2 damage. And then Black Panther is going to attack, but when Black Panther attacks, I'm going to use my Quinn Carrier to pay for Armored Defense, Hero Interrupt Defense. Oh wait, Cut Both Ways gave me Retaliate, so Captain America should have taken 1 damage. So Armored Defense, when an enemy attacks, deal damage to it equal to your defense. After this attack, give Hulkling a tough card. So that's going to deal 3 damage to Black Panther, and then Black Panther is going to attack me for 2, and because I have Retaliate 1, thanks to the Cut Both Ways, that is going to kill Black Panther, and that gives Black Panther to Captain America as a face-down boost card. Okay. Now it's my turn, and I'm going to use... let's just use 3 Armored Shape plus Shapeshifter Strike to pay for my Helicarrier, so that from now on I can go ham. I think at this point I should stop building up my board, and I'm just going to be really good at paying for everything I need to pay for. I am at 9 damage, but that's 9 out of 16, so I should be fine. Draw back up to 5. Oh, I forgot I put Avengers Mansion in this deck. Never mind, I'm going to be paying for 1 more upgrade. 1 more upgrade. So, Secret Avengers gets +1. Captain America is attacking for 2. I am defending, and I'm going to defend manually because I don't want to, because I do want to play the Avengers Mansion. So he's attacking for 2. Unfortunately, the Hulk Shape is about to get exhausted via Black Panther's boost. Exhaust each upgrade you control. Ooh, are any of these upgrades? Oh, Alien Physiology is an upgrade. Hold on. In that case, I am going to use my Alien Physiology to pay for I can do this all day. I might as well use it. So I get to defend without exhausting. Unfortunately, I cannot now use this. No, wait, no. I can do this all day. Hero Interrupt Defense. When an enemy attacks, declare your hero as the defender without exhausting them. I have now declared myself as the defender without exhausting. So now I can do this all day has fully resolved. So I can use my Hulk Shape to deal 2 damage to Captain America. Yeah, I think that's right. So boosting for... So it's attacking for 2 plus 1. So that's 3 damage. I have 3 defense. I take no damage. And then we reveal the face down card, Atlanteans. When revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If you are in hero form, take 1 indirect damage for each different card type discarded this way. Event. Upgrade. Upgrade. So I take 2 damage. Alright, my turn. Let's use Preservation, Quinn Carrier, and Helicarrier, and Shapeshifter Strike to pay for the Avengers Mansion, and then I'm going to Avengers Mansion to draw a card. That card is Wing Shape. Okay, I'm going to use Wing Shape to pay for my Hidden Base. Hidden Base comes into play with 3 Stronghold counters, and after I change form, I can exhaust Hidden Base and remove 1 Stronghold counter from it to give myself a tough status. Oh! Shouldn't I have had a tough status card? I'm pretty sure when I use my armored, or I can, no. When I use my armored defense, I should have got a tough status card. But I didn't give it to him. It's too late now. I don't remember when I got it. It probably should have been gone by now, so I'm just gonna, whatever. I'll try to remember that for next time. Now, I am not exhausted, but I think I want to thwart that main scheme just for one, which is absolutely nothing, but if a scheme pops up, that's gonna be really, really bad. So, that's how I'm gonna use my unexhausted Hulkling. End of turn. Secret Avengers gets 1. Captain America attacks for 2. I am blocking. I should draw my hand and see if I am blocking or not. Ooh, that's my last hand of 5. So my deck gets shuffled and they get a face down card. I do think that means that in my hand should be a thwart event that allows me to flip over and I'm going to be able to heal all my damage. So that's good at least. In my hand, Armored Vest. I forgot I have Armored Vest in here. And Impersonation. Yep, I can do this all day. Shapeshifter, Brother Voodoo. So let's use a Quinn Carrier to pay for the I can do this all day to defend. When I use that, I'm going to use Hulk Shape to deal 2 damage to Captain America. I am defending for 3, he's attacking for 2 plus 1, that's 0 damage to me. Get a face down card. First face down card is Assault. The villain attacks you. I'm going to defend manually this time. I think, yeah, I'm going to defend manually this time. So he's attacking for 2 plus Star, you are confused. If you were already confused, this card gains 2 icons, so I am now confused, but I take no damage. And then the second card is Secret Avengers. Hinder 1, so that comes into play with 4. And when defeated, the enemy team searches the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for a card. Give that card to the enemy leader as a face-down boost card. And it has a hazard icon. Oh, that sucks, actually. That's really, really bad. I'm gonna Avengers Mansion to draw a card. I can do this all day. Okay. Alright, well, first off, I'm going to use my Helicarrier to pay for the Armored Vest. That's for sure something I'm going to do. But I'm confused, so I can't thwart it. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use my Shapeshifter, and I'm going to search for a upgrade. Let's find Imitation Shape. No, because that's going to be the one I'm going to be stuck with. No, let's not find Imitation Shape. Let's find Armored Shape. I'm going to use Alien Physiology to play the Armored Shape, and that is going to unexhaust Hulkling. Or, yeah, it's going to unexhaust Hulkling, and then Hulkling is going to exhaust to thwart, which will get rid of the Confuse. And now, I will use 2 for my Impersonation. Hero action thwart, remove 4 threats from a scheme. I'm going to remove 4 from the Secret Avengers. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, I can change to Alter Ego form. And after playing that event, I'm going to exhaust my Armored Shape to heal 2 damage from Hulkling. Secret Avengers is defeated, so I will have to search the top 5 cards and act as the enemy leader to give myself the worst card as a boost. Give the enemy leader a tough status card. Give the activating enemy an additional boost card. Maybe. Ooh, that's a fun card, actually. So this is basically a surge boost. That's nice. I like this one. You are stunned if you are already stunned. Reveal this. Okay, reveal this card is definitely the worst boost card to give me. So that's going to be the one that... Okay. Another Super Soldier Serum. But because Impersonation removed the last threat from that, I do get to freely flip over to Teddy Altman. As Teddy Altman, I'm going to search my discard pile for my Hulk Shape. I'm going to use Jarvis to give myself +2 recovery. I'm going to use my Hidden Base. After I change form, I can exhaust Hidden Base and remove 1 stronghold counter from it to give myself a tough card. I am going to use my Altman Residence. Exhaust Altman Resident, heal 2 damage from Teddy Altman, and then shuffle a identity-specific card into my deck. I'm going to choose the Shapeshifter. And I think that's it for my... That's right, I am exhausted, so I can't manually recover, unfortunately. But I am tough now. It would have been really cool if I wasn't exhausted, so I could now also heal for 6. So I would be back down to 1 HP from the 10 damage, or from the 11 damage I had. 1 damage from the 11 damage. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So let us... Maybe... if only he had 1 more... If he had 1 more HP, I could throw in that card to unexhaust him. But now I am going to manually flip over back to Hulkling, which I can do because I didn't flip over manually. I did it via impersonation. So end of turn, draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Armored defense. Hey. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So Secret Avengers gets 1. Captain America is going to attack. They get a boost card, and I am going to use my Quinn carrier to pay for my armored defense. When an enemy attacks, deal damage to it equal to your defense. After this attack, give Hulkling a tough status card. So he's attacking. I have 2, 3, 4, 5. Does this say after? When an enemy attacks. I think that means this happens now. So he's going to take 5 damage. What happens if you kill him in the middle of an attack? Does he still attack? Does he move on to phase 2 and attack with phase 2? Or does he stop the attack? I don't know. This is something I've never had to deal with before. I'm gonna have to find that out, because that would be very fun if you could do that. If you could kill him in the middle of attack and be like, nope, that attack is now cancelled. But he's now at 12 out of 14. I have 5 defense, 2 star icons. Reveal this card and resolve the boost ability of each minion engaged with you. I have no minions engaged with me, fortunately, so he just gets +2 for this attack. That's 4 out of 5. I take no damage. And reveal advance the villain schemes. Well, it's at 5 out of 9. He has 2 schemes, so he has to boost for 1. Ah, boost for 1. Excellent. It was a gang up. So the main scheme gets 2, 3... Yeah, there's no other way to increase this amount of schemes, so he gets 3. And it's right on the edge. 8 out of 9. Alright. My turn. Avengers Mansion. Draw a card. Another armored defense. I am not exhausted. The tough went away because I didn't block. But then I got another tough from the armored defense. Right, so I am not exhausted. In that case... Oh, when I played the armored defense, I'm going to exhaust my armored shape to heal 2 from me. And I do need to thwart, unfortunately. I really need to thwart. Okay, let's have Hulkling attack Captain America. I have 1... Oh, that's going to get rid of my tough card. Because he has Retaliate right now, thanks to the Captain America's shield. Oh, Armored Shape, I have Retaliate 1 from Armored Shape, so he's going to take 1 more damage. So he's at 13 out of 14. I'm just going to let him kill himself via Retaliate, I think. Okay, let's use Alien Physiology to pay for Wiccan. Response: after you play a Wiccan from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to your any identity-specific event? Seems kind of crazy. I thought this was top 5. Wait a second. Okay. In that case, let's search for my shapeshifter. No, you know what? Let's search for impersonation. I really need to thwart. I really need to thwart. Now I'm trying to figure out if I can use my impersonation to flip over, so I can flip back to hero form for free. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So let's have Teddy Altman thwart for 1, just 1, from the main scheme, so that brings it down to 7. Impersonation is in my hand. I need to thwart 3 more for impersonation to let me do that. So I'm going to use my imitation shape to pay for Hulk shape. This is going to get rid of my armored shape, but that's going to ready Teddy Altman. Or Hulkling. So I'm going to exhaust and thwart for another 1 from the main scheme. Wiccan is gonna thwart 2. Wiccan? I don't know anymore. I never knew. So that's gonna deal him 1 damage. So now that's at 4, and I'm gonna use my Helicarrier and Armored Defense. No, not Armored Defense. Cut both ways. I'm gonna use Helicarrier and cut both ways to pay for the impersonation. Remove 4 threats from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, it doesn't have to complete it. It just has to remove the last one. And that is the last one. I can flip over to Alter Ego form. Unfortunately, like I said, I am exhausted. And unfortunately, I can't use my Hulk shape to deal the 2 damage because that is a hero response. But having turned over, I can now use Altman Residence to heal 2 damage from Teddy Altman, and shuffle a Hulkling specific card into my discard pile, or into my deck. I'm gonna choose Armored Shape. And I'm also going to search my deck, or as Teddy Altman, I'm going to search for Imitation Shape and put that into my hand. Not for any particular reason, just so I have another shape in my hand. And I still want them to come up in my deck, so that's the only one left in my graveyard. So now that I have done that, I am going to flip back over to Hulkling and end my turn like this. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 cards into my hand. Cut both ways, Shapeshifter and Energy Shield. I put Energy Shield in here because it's a 0 cost card that permanently stays out of my deck, so I can thin it out, and everything on exhaust. So main scheme gets 1. Captain America attacks. I am not blocking because I have my Tough card. Oh, does he have Piercing? He has Overkill. Okay, he has Overkill. So he's attacking for 2 plus 1. Doesn't matter. That gets rid of my Tough. And now the Super Soldier Serum goes away. And, sorry, when he attacked, I will use my Cut Both Ways to give myself Retaliate 1, so that Retaliate damage is going to kill Captain America, bringing him to 14 out of 14, so stage 1 is dead. Now we're on to stage 2, Study. When revealed, deal each player an encounter card. Oh. Ooh, okay. Captain America cannot take damage this phase. Now, this specifically says this phase, so for the rest of this villain phase, he cannot take damage, but once it's my turn, I can now damage him. And he still has that Captain America shield is attached to him, give him a tough status card, but now they get dealt a card, and the first card dealt is Goliath. Teamwork Avenger, when defeated, give this card to the enemy leader as a face-down boost card. They have some fun abilities. Boost, give the enemy leader a tough status card. If they were already tough, this card gains +2 icons and Assault. Unfortunately, I cannot deal damage to him anymore, so I don't really want to use my armor defense. But that's probably the best option to give myself a tough status card. Quinn Carrier for armor defense. I'm not going to be able to damage him, but I will get a tough status card, and I get to exhaust Hulk Shape to deal 2 damage to Goliath. As for Captain America's attack, I am going to defend this. So he's attacking for... that's a 3 boost. So that's 2, 5. I do have 1, 2, 3... 4 defense. I don't actually have enough to not take damage, so I'm going to take 1 point of damage. That's unfortunate, but that's the end of his turn, and now it's my turn. I'm going to Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Assess the situation. Okay. Energy Shield on myself. I'm going to use Alien Physiology to play Imitation Shape, which gets rid of Hulk Shape and unexhaust Hulkling. Unfortunately, Imitation Shape only gives me +2 Thwart, and I don't really need to Thwart right now. And it has when the enemy would attack, it schemes instead. Well, when it would attack you. Hero response: after I play an event, I get to exhaust Imitation Shape to draw a card, so I'm going to play the event Shapeshifter. And I get to exhaust this and draw a card. Shapeshifter allows me to search for a upgrade. I'm going to choose Hulk Shape to put it into my hand. And then I'm going to use Imitation Shape to draw a card. And since I am ready, I am going to use Hulkling to attack... let's go... You know what? Let's attack Captain America. Why not? So he's going to take 1 damage. And since I have attacked, using my attack stack, I get to steal his shield. And now I'm going to use Helicourier. He did have the shield when I attacked, so I will take 1 retaliate damage. But I'm going to use Helicourier and assess the situation to play Hulk Shape, getting rid of the intimidation shape, and readying Hulkling. And now I'm going to use Assess the Situation and exhaust Hulk Shape to deal 2 damage to an enemy. I might as well choose Goliath, I guess. And now that Hulkling is ready with my with my Hulk Shape, I now have 3 attack. Hulkling is going to attack Captain America for 3. There's nothing that prevents that damage, I don't think. Yeah, there's nothing that prevents this damage, so he now takes 3 more damage. And I'm going to have Wakan attack Goliath, which will kill Wakan, but will also kill Goliath, giving him a boost card. Giving it to him as a boost card. But that's okay. So, end of my turn, everything on exhaust, and I draw back up to 6 this time because I had assessed the situation played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now when Captain America attacks, he has to actually damage me in order to steal his shield back. Do I have... I can do this all day. Okay. Main scheme gets 1. Captain America attacks. He gets a boost card. I am going to use Excelsior. Let's Queen Carrier to pay for I can do this all day to declare myself as the defender without exhausting. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 defense. And I have Retaliate 1. So Goliath gives Captain America a tough card. And Shadows of the Past is a 2 boost, so that's 4. And he does not deal enough damage to steal his shield back. He doesn't deal me any damage. Now, Captain America's shield gives me Retaliate 1, so that will get rid of the tough card. And then we reveal a card. That card is Freedom Fighters. When revealed, resolve the boost abilities of each minion in play. If there are no boost abilities resolved this way, this card gains Surge. Neptune's Trident attached to Namor, otherwise attached to the enemy leader. Attach character's attacks gain piercing, but Captain America's shield gets rid of the piercing and gives him +1 attack. Okay. Avengers Mansion, draw a card. Oh, when I used I can do this all day, I'm going to exhaust Hulk Shape, deal 2 damage to Captain America, and he only has 18 HP. Can I kill him this turn? I have Shapeshifter. I have 2 Shapeshifter strikes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's just use that. Okay. So 2 for let's play this smartly and use my resources first. Alien Physiology for Shapeshifter Strike. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. And then I get to ready a Shapeshift upgrade I control. So that's going to deal 5 damage to Captain America. He's up to 11. And that readies my Hulk Shape. And because this now fully resolves, this is after I have played an event, I can now exhaust Hulk Shape, deal 2 damage to an enemy. And then I can use Helicarrier and Excelsior. Maybe not Excelsior. The Night Nurse to pay for a second Shapeshifter Strike, dealing another 5 damage. Unexhausting Hulk Shape, letting me exhaust Hulk Shape, deal another 2 damage. He's now up to 20 out of 18, and he is dead. At least I believe that is how this works. Yeah, he has nothing. Oh, Secret Adventures has been giving him +1 attack. I think... Okay, hold on. So... last turn, he didn't deal enough damage to me to actually steal the shield back. Let's just say I use Excelsior to prevent the damage, even if he did, because I have Energy Shield. I can use a Lightning resource to prevent X amount of damage. So last turn was valid. I think the previous turn, whenever the enemy leader attacks gain +1 attack. I mean, even if I... Dang it. Okay, well, I don't know if I actually won or not. I am going to assume that I did, because I'm pretty sure that once I got my defensive conditioning out, which was fairly early on in the game, I never came close to my max of 16 damage. Even if he attacked me for an additional 2 once or twice, I don't think that would have killed me. I am going to check the video to see, just to make sure. I'm going to double check to make sure I actually won, but I'm going to go off the assumption that I did win, and that was a lot of fun. I really liked Hulkling. I can attack for another 3, put him up to 23, why not? I really like Hulkling. Hulkling's pretty cool. I like his shape. I think my favorite card of his is the shape impersonation. His impersonation card is probably my favorite, because that allows me to flip over, and then I can do cool alter ego stuff when I flip over and then flip back over to hero form, which is why I included Jarvis and so many alter ego stuff. But yeah, I really like him. I think he's pretty strong. He beat Captain America first try. Well, might have beat Captain America first try. And I think that Captain America's fight is pretty cool as well. He has Captain America's shield, which is a fun thing to play around. Not that I ever really played around with it. I only attacked him once, which is actually pretty incredible that I managed to get him down so low without ever actually attacking. I guess Retaliate can be pretty strong. I think his upgrades are cooler than Tony Stark's upgrade. I also think his starting setup is cooler than Tony Stark's setup, because it's like, oh, give Tony Stark a tech upgrade. Like, who cares? Legitimately, who cares? But when you complete this scheme, he activates against you. Like, that's rough. Having him activate against you turn 1 and then he activates against you again during his turn, that's rough. So yeah, I like the Captain America fight. I like Hulkling. I think Hulkling is actually like super versatile, and I think I want to try him in pretty much every aspect other than leadership. I don't really see a case for him being in leadership, but I could be wrong. But I have several unplayed heroes I still need to get to, so let's do that next time when I play Tigra versus maybe Captain Marvel. I think that's one of the ones I haven't played yet, so hopefully I will see you there. Goodbye.